And welcome back. We're lucky enough to be talking with Jamie Trussell and Kelly Harris from Safe to Sleep, which is an outreach service of the Council of Churches. Jamie, Kelly, thank you both for being here. We appreciate that. I'm going to ask you for the elevator speech. What is Safe to Sleep?
So Safe to Sleep is a women's emergency overnight shelter. So we provide shelter to women who may not have a safe place to sleep at night.
And when you say, that is a very broad sort of statement. Women who don't have, who are your clients? Give me an idea, because you really can't pigeonhole who needs help or assistance.
Exactly. So I always like to point out that our average age at Safe to Sleep has always been 43. There's an assumption that the homeless, people experiencing homelessness are young and on drugs or making horrible choices.
Right.
And we like to counter that stereotype with the fact that it's people who have fallen on difficult times due to a variety of different circumstances. And not everyone has that support system like some of us are blessed to have with family or financial resources. And it doesn't take a whole lot for someone to kind of fall off the cliff, so to speak, and end up homeless.
A lot of people think that when people need assistance, they're on the dole. They've been doing this forever. But in just doing a little bit of research, you've had nurses, I mean, professionals that have needed a little assistance. And it really is, for so many of these women, there but for the grace of God go I. One paycheck can make a difference, can't it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Our misconceptions about who is homeless and who is in need, they overwhelm us every day, because it does make it hard for the public to understand what we're really doing. We are helping in times of emergency. And certainly there are folks who are chronically homeless, who have been without shelter for a long time. But one of the great benefits of the service we have is for those temporarily homeless folks who may, because they were discharged from the hospital before someone could get a ride to come get them, don't have anywhere else to go. And this is an incredible resource available to them in our community. Our only shortcoming right now is the need is greater than the beds available.
Right. Not only the need for, the beds, you need volunteers. This doesn't work by itself. Tell me a little bit about your need right now, where that's concerned.
Yeah, exactly. So we've always operated with 2 volunteers on site overnight, and with, of course, the onset of the pandemic, we immediately lost 70% of our volunteer pool because they fall in the vulnerable demographic for COVID. And so to kind of pivot on that, we've added some overnight staff, but we still need volunteers. So we have a paid staff and 1 volunteer.
Who can be a volunteer?
Anyone who's over 18 and passionate to people in crisis can be a volunteer.
It's that simple.
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's ask then about the process of how to become a volunteer. Also the process of, if you find yourself in a situation where you need some shelter, you need a place to stay overnight, tell me about that process as well. Start out with the volunteers.
Okay, so volunteers, we have an application on our website at ccozarks.org, Safe to Sleep. There's an application there. You can call our office and talk to us if you have questions about what that might look like. Some people are kind of hesitant because a homeless shelter sounds scary, but they're often surprised at how calm and
it's a lot more scary
is.
being homeless, being out on the street.
Absolutely.
Especially for women.
Absolutely.
Okay, what about the process involved if you may be a person who needs a little help?
So our process, we partner with One Door, which is a service of community partnership of the Ozarks, and they do our intakes for us, kind of the intake process for folks that need to come to Safe to Sleep. So they could call our office and we would direct them to One Door, or they could visit One Door and do an assessment for Safe to Sleep, and we have spots open and they can show up that night.
And you're caring for the people there, the people who want to come in, by making sure you just don't go up and knock on a door and you're in. Everything has to be checked out first.
Yes, we want to provide safety for our guests as well as our volunteers and our staff.
One other question. When you have a service like this and you're helping people, there has to be need for physical things that people need. Can you give me a list or an idea of the things that you're in need of?
Yes, we have ongoing needs, of course, things like nail clippers, hairbrushes, items like that. And right now, the gloves for cleaning and
Right.
all of the pandemic type stuff, Clorox wipes, Lysol spray, and stuff like that, masks, disposable masks are kind of new ongoing needs.
Right.
But we also have on our website a list of items that we need.
Just look at the website.
Yes.
So if people want to volunteer, if they would like to donate, if they would like to donate even items, whatever the case might be, just to learn more about all that goes on. And remember, this is not a freebie. The women work, they earn their keep. How do they find this information? How do they get in touch?
I would direct them to the Council of Churches website. That's the easiest way. The Safe to Sleep pages of the website will have a list and also opportunities. You can always call our office. We make it very easy to help support the work being done because, again, the need is so great. We do need everything from cleaning supplies to, you know, the women all come and they get a sleeping bag that is dedicated to them. But there's just a constant rotation because those items are well used. We are always in need of things to support their care.
Always in need of some support because there's always need for a little help in the community. Thank you both for being here with us today.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.